We welcome you to the Madhouse on Madison, United Center in Chicago. Ernie Johnson, Chris Webber, Kenny the Jet Smith, and Charles Barkley. It's the T-Mobile halftime report. We'll go right to your pictures off the start. The difference you say between Miami and Chicago.
Well, both teams have been great throughout the playoffs and the postseason, but they do it different ways. But the one thing that I always say, I feel that defense wins championships and team play wins championships. Different ways, but the same results. I still feel that team basketball beats individuals and that defense wins championships. That's why I think the Bulls are going to win this series.
It's 48 apiece. High score in the first half is Chris Bosh with 17. That is his highest scoring half of the season so far. What's Webb watching after 24 minutes?
Well, I'm watching the same thing that Kenny's watching, but I'm watching in a different place. He just said he believes defense wins championships. That athletic ability starts it. And it starts with the defensive pressure of Miami, and they're going making sure that they double him on pick and roll.
Before the game, you all picked Chicago to win the series. Charles, you talked about the big guys inside the front line strength and the second chance points. It's 14-8 in favor of Chicago in the first half.
Well, those guys played well. I thought their front line, Noah and Boozer, would outplay their big guys. And I thought that when they went to their bench, they were going to kill them on the board. So he's got to be a little bit more careful. But the reason I thought Miami would win this series, I like their big guys.
Chicago would win the series.
Excuse me. I like their big guys more, but I love their bench. At one point, their bench, I think Reggie said it, what I talked about, they were up 12-0. That's going to be the difference in this series in the long run.
It's 12-5 at halftime in favor of the Chicago bench over Miami.
They've got too many offensive rebounds, so no one's content right now. They're sitting back there saying, how do we change the game plan right now?
I'm going to disagree with that because...
Who's happy then?
Tom Thibodeau. Because he knows something already. Our bench is better than their bench. That's a really, we talked about, he said, you know what? Our bench is better than.
I think he knew that going in, don't you?
Yeah, but you never know till the game starts, Ernie. We don't play these games on paper. You have to come on the court and play them. Chicago didn't really get going until they brought their bench in the game. So Thibodeau, I think he's like, you know what? I got to get my starters to match Miami starters. But Bosh has probably been the best player on the court.
I'll give you the last word on the first half, see?
I agree. I do think Thibodeau is a little bit happier because you see McGlory coming off the bench. You kind of seen Miami Heat's best shot. And then you say, wait, Derrick Rose hasn't even played well. He usually gets 4 turnovers, maybe in the whole game. So being at home, playing not that well, still in the tie, I think Chicago feels good.
McGlory's played 5 minutes in this game. He played 3 minutes in the entire postseason coming in. The big three all in double figures. LeBron's got 10, Wade's got 12, Bosh has 17. But we are dead even, tied at 48. Deng has 11, Rose has 12. And we'll be back with more on the T-Mobile halftime report. Live from the United Center after this. We welcome you back to the T-Mobile halftime report, live from Chicago. Earlier today in Oklahoma City, the Thunder in Game 7 beat the Memphis Grizzlies 105-90. Great run by the number 8 seed Grizz, but Oklahoma City prevails. And we'll have complete highlights and post-game report on Inside the NBA. They go on to meet the Dallas Mavericks starting on Tuesday.